to the world. Subscribe now to the Hot 97 YouTube channel. It's Ebro in the Morning with Laura Stiles and Rosenberg.
Ebro, Laura Rosenberg, our guest today, the great Jim Jones, back on the program. What's up, sir?
Capo.
What's up with y'all?
Good
We
morning.
chilling. Oh, you in the bed.
Yeah, I'm sleep. You gotta wake up.
Now, a couple things we wanted to get. First of all, we're going to play this Laps Around the Sun joint with you and Harry Fraud. That joint just got released. What's the story on the album? Because I heard there was an album about to drop.
Shouts to Harry Fraud. Well, me and Harry Fraud actually created. Harry Fraud and Sparks actually created the Quarantine Studios. I have never met Harry Fraud in person as yet, but we've
What?
We recorded the whole album along with 6 other albums I recorded on Quarantine Studios. So I still never got to dap that man up yet. But
And y'all had never met previous to this period, like in general?
No, we met virtually. That's it. We virtual buddies.
So we're going to get a tour of these Quarantine Studios. Now, Jim, in all your recording history, have you had the most fun? Is this the most fun you've had recording, being this convenient? Like you ain't got to leave the crib, productivity's high, you ain't got to drive nowhere, you ain't got to wait on nobody.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that in the beginning it was kind of confusing, whenever they shut everything down and we so used to going to the studio, the whole process of going to the studio, and then had to get used to it. But once I got used to it, I was like, oh, this is a piece of cake. I don't even got to put on no socks to get busy. I just wake up and get busy if I want to. And my engineer don't got to be in my face. He could be in his socks recording if he wants to. Like it's incredible. As long as my engineer is somewhere with his laptop and he got Wi-Fi, he could engineer my sessions from anywhere. He could be on Mars as long as I'm in front of my studio setup. And as long as I'm anywhere that got Wi-Fi, vice versa, I could record music anywhere. So I finished like my Deluxe album. I finished that in Aruba on the pool deck while my engineer was at home in Atlanta. So, it's like that. And
now that was the last joint you put out. That was the last album, right?
That was the last album. And the whole Harry Fraud album, I did the whole shit with Harry Fraud on so it's just mind blowing to see how creative you could get in the midst of the pandemic when they shut everything down. I mean, as far as the artists, I know that traveling and going to shows and picking up that back end is most artists' main source of liquid. So when they shut that down, you had to be creative. And thank God that I've always been a creative person, and I was able to figure out how to use my artistry to make $1. And once I did that, I started including different artists and different DJs and different producers, and now it's starting to move on its own.
Now, Jim, you and I famously started off on the wrong foot 13 years ago when I was critical of your rapping. This is like 07.
Famously, yeah.
At least between us. And then of course, that's been a very long time. I like to think that we have a great relationship. But separately from any of that, over the last 2 to 3 years, I don't know, man. It's like you found a different bag. Like you've elevated at this stage in your career. First of all, am I right about that? Do you feel that you've elevated? And second of all, did you start doing anything differently as an MC over the last few years?
I don't know. I was at a point where I didn't really want to do music anymore, maybe like 5 years ago. I started connecting with arsonists again, and in the midst of that, Fred The Godson used to be in the studio every day, and I tell this to people all the time. Fred The Godson is one of the main reasons I kept doing music, coming to that studio every day, and he kept cheering me on and giving me words of wisdom and encouragement and shit like that. Not to say that I didn't know how to rap, just saying I was at a funky place with the industry and the game, and if any artist know what I mean, he can understand how you come to a place where you want to make a decision. Is this the thing that I'm going to continue doing? Is this thing making the most sense in my life right now? And shouts to Fred and a few other people, but Fred definitely kept me in pocket, and the music just started coming out incredible. The hunger that started coming over me is unexplainable. Even now, like I can't wait to get in the booth to feel like I'm trying to prove something to myself, and I couldn't really tell you what it is, but I know I'm very sharp, and I'm very sharp at it. One of the reasons I chose to focus on something that I know I can do and not play with it. And for the life of my career, that was what I was doing, pretty much playing with it, because I know I was smart enough to turn myself into a rapper. And mix words and make them rhyme and things like that. And at this point, it was like, shit, I'm about to dig in and prove to myself that I'm way iller than most of these people's favorite rapper, young or old. And that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at with it right now.
So like instead of like early on, you were just showing you were creative enough to flip your hustle into rap, and now it's like no, I'm actually going to show people that it's not just a hustle. This is you're a true MC.
Yeah, through the hustle, it created a passion, and now that passion got me very hungry to show people that I'm going to exit this game as one of the illest MCs ever.
For the audience, if you didn't get to it, in 2020, El Capo, the Jim Jones Deluxe album, was 31 joints. He had 2 with Cameron, Fab, Rick Ross, Fred the Godson was on there. Who else you had on there? Oh, Dave East, Mano, just to name a few.
Betty the Butcher, right? Conway.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yep.
Conway, Benny the Butcher. Yep.
You mentioned Jada, Mark Scabilia. There's a few joints on there.
And
few
so,
joints.
yeah, it's a few joints on there. But also too, Jim, you mentioned like the quarantine as getting bags and going to clubs and doing other type of hustles to slow down. Have you found a great business in this streaming game too?
Well, what I did find out was that I'm very, very dope within the tech space, and I definitely learned how to understand the streaming business way more than I have. Like I said, it's helped me create so many things and learn how to make money without even having to move. I mean, from the quarantine studios. So sidebar. So some of the things that helped me. So quarantine studio in turn put me in the tech space. That in turn helped me learn about different things like NFTs, intellectual properties. That like I took a picture of my chain. I sold that shit for like $1,000, and now inside my digital wallet, that shit is probably like $3,000 off a bullshit picture of my chain and shit like that. And then that turned into me wanting to learn more. So now I actually have a Jones coin, just like Bitcoin is a Jones coin. It's on the Ethereum platform. So right now, if you have cryptocurrency or if you have Ether, you could go and purchase a Jones coin. It's valued at a penny. In 3 weeks, you'll be able to purchase the Jones coin on a credit card. So I see a lot of people talking about cryptocurrency and a lot of artists jumping into the cryptocurrency game want to learn more about it, understand more about it. When I actually did it, I got it. So now, let's see if our hip hop culture, our culture supports the Jones coin, since we have somebody who's already head first into it. And what I'm trying to do is create an ecosystem with the social currency that I wouldn't have to do no pump and dumps and just maintain a steady balance where people could use the Jones coin in various businesses.
I'm buying me a Jones coin because if it's for a penny right now, when that joint go to 20 cents,
Fam.
ring
Yeah,
in,
that's
Fam.
ring in.
So how would someone go about, to the layman? How would someone go about buying a Jones coin?
Shit. Well, to the layman, they would probably understand it right now because the average person probably wouldn't have cryptocurrency or probably wouldn't have Ether to spend on the Jones coin. But it works if you on the Ethereum platform and you have Ether, you can go there now and purchase a Jones coin. And most people who understand that would know what I mean by that. But in the future, in 3 weeks, 3 weeks, we will make it very easy for every person to buy a Jones coin, because you could just purchase it on your credit card and you'll be able to go right to jimjonescoin.com and get busy. So that's where we are with that. So I've been working.
Every time we see you, Jim, you always have something. Last time you brought us some goodies because you've been dabbling in the marijuana business. Is that still something that you're in?
We super popping. Shouts to Saucy. We currently over 200 stores in the West Coast area, and the California area. It was going pretty good. We've been adding different strands, adding different products to the business. We got merch, so I'm very excited about the marijuana business still. It's a growing thing. It's a big growing thing. Shouts to my partners, Alex Todd. This is one of many things that I've been dabbling in. I've been actually doing pretty good. I've been able to plant a lot of seeds during this past year, and now I'm starting to see little flowers and shit grow.
Jones coin. I'm on it, bro. Because my Ethereum's been popping the last month and a half.
Yeah,
I put Rosenberg, Ethereum, I know you're going to be mad about this. I didn't give you a heads up. Thanks. Last time you jumped into crypto, I don't know if you made any money, but over the last few months, that Bitcoin,
I know.
That Ethereum.
Yeah, that Bitcoin go up. So Ethereum probably is like $1,800 a ether right
Yep.
now, and
Yep.
from everybody talking about it, they anticipated it probably doubling within the next month or so and stuff like that. So, I mean, I'm jumping in a game that that been around for a minute, but I'm definitely happy that I'm here now because the people that got rich off of it is probably a few. It's probably few to none because they knew what it was. Now it's about to hit a spike and a surge. It's going to be commercialized, and that's when the most money get made. So there are a few people that are in position now when the surge coming are going to get paid
Crazy.
filthy. Yeah.
Crazy. Well, you had Elon Musk just jump in. I think you pronounce it Dogecoin or whatever that is. And then you had just yesterday, Mark Cuban said that crypto is the new internet. So the billionaires are going at it heavy.
100%. And what I've noticed is that us as a culture, we seem to let other people from other cultures invade our space and use us as a catapult to make themselves some money and have us persuade people's opinions on what they should be doing because we're so influential, as opposed to one of us being the Elon Musk and people following us to the water to get the fishes instead of following somebody else. What they're doing is using social media to dictate their genius. And I don't think these people are as smart as people think they are. Because once you know something, you could do that thing 10 times over. And that's what Elon Musk is. He's a very intelligent person that has nothing to do with smarts. So intelligence comes with a lot. And what he's doing is incredible. I've been watching a lot of smart people and how they've been taking pieces of our culture and using it to their advantage because there's no better marketing platform than us. Now, I created the Jones Coin. I created Quarantine Studio solely for our culture, solely as a service quarantine studio for any artist out there in the game who's trying to better themselves. I have every service and component that any label you can go to will offer you for a premium, and the same premium that these labels are paid to these people. I'm showing you how to pay directly to the cause of your own success. And in the midst of that, I figured out a technical component where we actually could record in real time with no latency and add everybody we want to on the screen. Like I could put Jimmy Iovine on the screen while an artist he's trying to sign in fucking at Atlanta is in a recording studio, and if he likes that, he likes what he's hearing while that artist is in a recording studio, he can add the lawyer and tell an artist to get his lawyer, and that artist don't need to leave the screen until the deal is done, and while he's making music, like so. But these different things that I've created for the culture, is like seems that it's harder to get our point across coming from an artist standpoint than it is for somebody from Elon Musk to be like, yo, I got the Elon Musk coin on, nigga. I got this, or I got the Doge coin. Like it's so crazy that they're saying that Doge was actually a joke. So those who just been like, yo, Doge is the coin, they just pretty much playing and figuring out how they can really manipulate the system. People think it's a joke, but it's not a joke. It's a manipulation joke because they figuring out if they could just put something out there and it catch, then they know that they could do that all the time.
That's
You
right.
dig? No different than how they do with these artists and figure out who's going to be the number one
It's
artist
all
this year.
hype.
So
It's all hype.
yeah, yes, and they do it in a joking way, so nobody would be caught by whatever stock market police there is and shit like that. So there's a lot of ways that you can do things in perception where they don't get in trouble. But on the flip side, these people are very smart and they know their next move already. You know what I mean? Just like how everybody was, all these people are mad at the Robinhood because they figured out how to manipulate a stock market system that been ripping our socks off for so many years. So now the power is in our hand. Now, for me, I'm like Robinhood inside of this culture. You dig? I pretty much got everything that we could use to manipulate to make some money and make a lot of people rich with inside this culture from a regular citizen standpoint of showing them how to invest in certain things.
So the quarantine studio, is it a? It's a. We're gonna do the tour, and you're gonna show artists basically what you've created. I think the key piece for artists too to understand, and for the regular audience to understand, the latency that Jim Jones. You heard him mention this word latency, which is basically something we call delay, right? The period where musicians, two musicians in separate locations playing at the same time, there's always going to be a delay. But when it goes through certain technology, which Jim is going to show us in his quarantine studios, you've created an atmosphere where artists can now get this for themselves.
Yes, we created an atmosphere where we created a service. So you can come to Quarantine Studio and book virtual sessions, meaning as if you're in someone else's, or if you're in a regular studio, even have a studio set up in your house. All you need to do is press a few buttons and let that screen come on. And once that screen come on, an engineer will be appointed to you, and you ain't got to do nothing no more but sit back and work like you're really in the studio.
Yo, Jones, the weather thing's obviously going well for you and you're having fun with it. But I don't know, when I listen to you talk, I feel like we're choosing the wrong section of the news for you. It feels like the finance, feels like the
tech.
CNBC talk is where the tech finance move might be the move.
The
Gradual
weather.
steps.
How about Jim Jones, weather and tech man?
The weather and tech report.
Gradual steps. I'm with it all. You know, we used all this music and what we've done to go where we want to go, and I'm slowly but surely finding where I need to be. And you know, I've learned a lot of language. I pick up pretty fast, and once I get into a space, I get into a space to dominate it. And I'm here. Now I'm just looking for the support of the culture. Once I get the support of the culture, can't nobody stop the efforts and what we're about to do.
Jim Jones is going to take us on a tour of Quarantine Studios. Jim, thank you for your time today. Jim Jones, the weather and tech man, finance man, and legal weed man.
Yes, a lot more, but we'll keep it at that.
Yeah, you got to have a brand. So
you got to focus. You got to focus. Jim Jones, thank you, man. Good seeing you, brother.
Thanks, Cap.
Thank you. Appreciate
Take care.
y'all.
Talk to you soon.
All right, y'all.
Feeling like I'm a cyber hacker right now with all this shit going on in here.
That shit crazy. This studio today.
Trav right there too. Trav right here. Jewel's right here.
It's slow. Just came down here real quick. Tap in.
Big screen over there.
To a whole nother level when it comes to business, because now you're gonna be able to tap in with anybody.
Got the
and
link.
you
I
ain't
sent the
gotta
link.
go
You ain't got the
nowhere.
link?
But really tap in real time in real live sessions.
I need one of them slappers. I need a slapper. Come on. Send me something.
Pray for us as we was getting that coast from the coast like a guard. See fiends get the bag, hit their arm with the dope and they nod. Couple runners with the law over these crimes that almost been charged. Make America great again, cause he left my country out of whack. Told the pumpers he could build the one. They was running out of packs. We gon' need an extra car for all these bags coming out of sacks. We still watching for the knocks and the unmarked jumping out like Jackson. It's only by the grace of God that I'm still running. All them niggas, we done made it rich like the sons of Phil Drummond.